descripted, and we are actually live.
Where'd you put the description at?
Um, in the description. Uh,
Well, what do you
Good
think?
morning,
On with
everybody.
the show? Testing. Can you guys all hear? Hey, did you get the description? Oh,
Uh,
Oh, we got feedback.
yep.
okay.
Somebody's watching live. Good morning, Ryan. What up? Shout out Facebook. Shout out YouTube. Sorry, you guys. We're late. Really late. But it is what it is. Here we are. You ready to go, Barry?
I am.
Let's drop it.
One God we must be counted to be united and one. In this land we are discounted. Got to end our division amongst men. No. So many have been replaced with the power money brings pain. No. There's no reason to be anxious. Got to stand up and rise again. Now, all over the world, people are changing, changing. My God, for the better. All over the world, people are changing, changing for the better.
Yo, what up, everybody? Good morning. Uh oh. Okay, let's see what happened here. Raise your hand if you can hear me still. All right, sweet. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another amazing day. Today is December 28th. It is Monday, Magic Monday. And you are tuning into the Morning Wake and Bake Crew live, brought to you by the Chosen Family, which is all of us that you see on these various screens here, here, and here, and here. All right. Today's show is also brought to you by our community, Minnesota Marijuana. If you are not a member of our community, go ahead and click the link that I dropped in the comments a few moments ago. If for some reason you are not able to access those comments, that link, go ahead and shoot the page a message or one of us a message and say, hey, I can't access that link. Can you send it to me? And we will shoot that out directly to you. We only got two requirements. So the first is that you are a Minnesota resident. It means you are repping that land of 10,000 lakes. Like that is you. That's where you live right now. Or that is, that's okay. Number two is that you answer both questions that we have in the group. They're very simple, very easy to answer questions. But if for some reason you cannot or aren't willing to answer those questions, you can still rock with us. All you got to do is click on our Facebook page, the Wake and Bake Crew, or our YouTube page, I should say, and our YouTube page. Just click like, follow, subscribe, share, the bell, follow, the bell. Don't hit the bell twice, just hit it once or 3 times. And you will get notifications for all of our updates as far as like posts, anytime we go live, any sort of like event updates or contests, all that really fun stuff, so you guys can still stay rocking with us. Today's show is also brought to you by our, oh damn, see, I'm totally forgetting. Today's show is also brought to you by our community or our organization, Minnesota NORML. If you would like to find out more information about our organization, all you got to do is go to www.minnormal.org. We have a bunch of information about our organization on there. I encourage everybody to read through all of it. And after reading it, if you're like, yup, I agree with that. I want to help with that. Okay, what's next? There are several ways you can get involved. We got a level for every fellow. The first is by becoming a dues paying member for as little as $4.20 a month.
Cha-ching!
Ooh, that was nice. As I always say, just that little bit coming from a lot of people goes a long way in the work that we're able to do. Last year, through COVID, we kicked ass, and this next year, we're going to double that. We're going to go exponentially hard. That means we're going to just 10x it, baby. That's what we're about to do. And so if you want to be a part of this, if you would like to be a part of ending cannabis prohibition here in Minnesota, the other way you can get involved is by becoming a volunteer. Now, there are two steps. The first is download the Empowerment app, which you can check out at www.getempower.com /MNnormal. We will be using that app to send out notifications, messages, updates, actionable items, all that stuff to our members and our followers and our volunteers to keep them in the know as far as what's next. After you download that app, go ahead and shoot one of us a message, either the Wake and Bake Crew page or any of the NORML chapter pages, the Minnesota NORML chapter pages, or any of us a message, and we will get you linked up with the chapter leader in your area as well as the organizing that we're doing around the state so you can help us end fucking cannabis prohibition here in Minnesota, because it is time. All right. So yeah, man, we got an awesome show for you guys today. First, in national news, we got a story on how state marijuana legalization has become a boon for corruption. Once money starts getting involved and lots of money starts getting involved and people start getting the power to control that money. And anyways, following that, we also got a story. Pennsylvania K through 12 students will learn about hemp as a sustainable material. The state announces, which again is in Pennsylvania, which is awesome. We need that here in Minnesota. Following that, we have some local news for you guys. We got some local updates as far as member meetings coming up next month. And after that, we also have our infamous, magical Dandy Mendy with the cannabis fact of the day, followed by Corey the Kid. No, I don't like that. Corey the Kid. No, I don't like that. Corey the Kid. Corey the Kid. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because he's a cowboy. Corey the Kid with the strain of the day. Following that, we also have our local musical artist portion where we love to support our Minnesota musical artists here on the show every single day. So we'll have something for you guys. Also, we have what else do we have? That Dab and Dave with the weather. Yeah, we got Dab and Dave with the weather. My man. He's gonna let us know whether it's safe to get on them roads. He saved me last week, so you definitely want to stay tuned for that. And lastly, we got our wheel. Where's my wheel at? Where'd my wheel go? Here we go. Wheel of names. Where we'll be giving away a awesome prize from last week. And after the Wheel of Names, we'll have our word of the day. We get an opportunity to get your name on next week's Wheel of Names. For an opportunity to win next week's Badass Prize, which we'll show you right after we do our cool ass drawing and find out who our awesome winner is. So, enough of me speaking. Greg, I actually found a real live joint. Let's see if it'll transmute through the digital web correctly. There you go, brother.
Oh, cool. Look at that shit. I mean, your joint now turned into a great piece of equipment.
Oh, damn. Hey, bro, pass that back.
If you wish your joint, would just do that at home, huh? Yeah. So we got an article here from Politico. How state marijuana legalization became a boom for corruption by making local officials the gatekeepers for $1 million businesses.
Greg, are you muted?
No, I'm not.
No, we can hear you.
States created a breeding ground for bribery and favoritism. So what we got here, guys, is this is actually a really long article. It's actually a really good article, though. It's everything we should be thinking about. What is happening? This is happening everywhere. It's whether or not they're getting caught, guys, I think is the biggest thing. So this article is about Gilcil Carrera. A star was rising, the son of a Cape Verdean immigrant in the working class of Massachusetts port city of River Falls, famed as the home of Lizzie Borden. He was a prodigy. He, at 23, was elected mayor, fielding congratulatory calls from Elizabeth Warren and Rep. Joe Kennedy. That was in 2015. 4 years later, just weeks before his re-election race, federal agents ignominiously led him away from his home in handcuffs and charged him with attempting to extort cannabis companies for $600,000 in exchange for granting them lucrative licenses to sell weed in his impoverished city. Mayor Carrera has engaged in outrageous, brazen campaigns of corruption, which turned his job into a personal ATM, declared U.S. Attorney Andrew Leisling during a press conference announcing the charges. This is just one of many in this article. It talks about in the past decade, 15 states have legalized and regulated marijuana market for adults over 21, and another 17 have legalized medical marijuana. And in the rush to limit the number of licenses, vendors, and give local municipalities control to control a lot of these things. And I think that's kind of what's happening in a lot of states. And I think there's a little bit on our current bill that somewhat protects this, but doesn't go far enough, in my opinion. But almost in all these states, legalized pot either requires the approval of local officials, as in Massachusetts, or to implore state limits on the number of licenses chosen by a political appointed oversight board, or both. These practices effectively put $1 million decisions in the hands of relatively small-time political figures, the mayors and the council members of small-town cities, along with the friends and supporters of politicians who appoint them to boards. And these stricter structures have given rise to an exact type of corruption that got Carrera in trouble with federal prosecutors. This is happening in California. This has happened now in Massachusetts, obviously. It's happened in New Jersey. I think the Les Parnas crew, led by, if you read through the article a little further, led by Giuliani, they were trying to tie money to get dispensaries in Nevada and in New York with some of the dealings that they were doing. This is a big problem. It is something we need to, as a state, be very aware of this. And there needs to be very transparent cause and effect and why they're choosing who they're choosing. I don't know about you guys. What do you think about this?
Well, we got to be very careful with this when we get to this point, because I see a lot of states having issues with this. Yeah, we have to make sure that everyone's available to get these licenses, that we're not just playing favorites. And I hope to God we don't see anything like that in our legislature.
I don't think it's necessarily a legislature. I think it's like we said, it's these state and local boards that they're appointing to make these decisions. I think it's open to corruption if we don't have a very detailed plan in how and who can get it, and open it up to everybody that qualifies. I mean, is it so bad if some of these companies fail because they're mismanaged? At least they had an opportunity. I mean, nobody's telling who can get a liquor license or who can get that you gotta reach certain criteria. No, you gotta apply for the license. You either qualify or you don't.
Right. Shouldn't really that be what it's kind of based on, is just the same as the way they do liquor licenses?
I hope.
We'll see. So
With that, Dave, why don't you put that in your pipe and smoke it, huh?
okay, I will.
Here you go, buddy. I'm gonna pass you the puff go. Hopefully, it comes to you the same way and doesn't do that Vari thing. All right.
I get it. Oh crap. Oh,
See, I think it just got hung up.
it'll just have to do. So, in another sign of the normalization of hemp, K through 12 students in Pennsylvania will have the opportunity to learn about how to make sustainable plastic using the crop. Hey, how about that? During the state's annual farm show, which will take place virtually in January, students can participate in a variety of programs, learning about everything from organic farming techniques to how to raise livestock. But hemp will serve as the basis of a lesson on sustainability. Lessons include how to make butter, plant-based plastics made from hemp and other sustainable materials, and more, according to a teacher's toolkit. Details about what the hemp lesson will entail are not available, but it is the case that the plant cellulose represents a more biodegradable and non-toxic alternative to the petroleum-based products that are a major source of environmental pollution worldwide. Now, there are a range of career options in STEM fields across Pennsylvania, and agriculture offers an avenue to many of those opportunities. Acting Education Secretary Noah Ortega said in a press release, the virtual panels and interactive sessions will provide a variety of educational experiences for the learners of all ages and will also serve as an opportunity to gain a new or restored appreciation for the many ways that our agriculture industry benefits the Commonwealth. So I'm going to pop the rest of this article. It goes on a little bit. You might want to check it out. It's pretty good. But I really believe that this is something we should be doing here too. And, we've been crying forever about, let's find a better way. Well, here's a better way. Now let's teach our younger generation about it so they can keep it going and save the world, I guess. What do you think?
Sorry, for too long, I think they've kept this unexplored. I guess is probably the best avenue to say about it. We just don't know enough, and we can use it in so many ways and so many fashions.
And I think it's great that we teach our younger generation about it and break that stigma too. And, people have to realize it's the same plant. It's just the other part of it, and that there's so much to it and what it can do.
Getting youth to think about it at a younger age can expand the use of cannabis, the hemp in general, and in ways that we haven't even thought of yet. The hempcrete they're going to come up with the next great idea with the plant and with the product.
Yeah. So with that, I'm going to toss it over to Michael. Here you go. You can tell us about some local stuff.
Yo, can you guys hear me?
Yep, we can.
Yes, sir.
Whew. First of all, huge shout out to Facebook and YouTube. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Vari, for the introduction, and Greg for the articles today. We want to apologize for the complications. As you guys can see, we're still working on getting this thing worked out. But when we do get it worked out, I promise it'll be a great show for you guys. So please stay tuned. We'll get to it as soon as possible. We do have a few things going on. This month we have, not this month, January 16th, next month, the new year, our first meeting. We'll be having a Minnesota NORML members meeting, and we'll be talking about the legislative session, how to lobby your legislators. The event is you voted, so what's next? Please, if you see that on Facebook, anywhere on social media, like it, join it, click going to it, share it with your friends and family members. There's a Zoom link in there that you can get into the meeting. We'll be in a room similar to this, not this, but we'll be in a Zoom conference. and we'll be talking about what we can do to lobby our legislators. I actually did want to pull up an article from Marijuana Moment. I know it's not with the news stream, but it just came out. Give me a second here. Maybe you guys can see this. You guys see that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Dope. So I'll see if I can get through this. So Minnesota House Committee urges marijuana decriminalization and expungements as racial justice moves forward for 2021. I'm going to get out of here real quick. So a panel of Minnesota lawmakers is backing the decriminalization of marijuana and expunging past cannabis records as a way to help dismantle systematic racism in the state. Last week, the House Select Committee on Racial Justice adopted a report that broadly details race-based disparities and recommends a series of policy changes that could resolve those issues. Now, I kind of want to go on and on and on about this, but we didn't have this planned for this section. But we will drop the link to that in the comments, in the chats here. I'll drop it now. Maybe it'll go everywhere.
Yeah, if you drop it via Restream, it should drop to YouTube and Facebook.
I think I got it in there.
Yeah, it just dropped.
Make sure I got the right link. Sorry, you guys, this just came out and I just seen it. So I wanted to make sure we get that information out there to you guys. Is it showing up?
Yep.
Hopefully you guys can get that everywhere here. Let's drop it on Facebook.
Yeah, it's on Facebook and YouTube. The only place it didn't drop is in the Minnesota Marijuana group.
Dope. So there it is. If you want to read more about that, please go on and check it out. Maybe we can have a discussion portion on that at the end. I know as a whole, our community kind of has an issue with the words expungement. We want to eradicate and dismiss. We want those records to go away completely. As Tom Gallagher, who is our attorney, would say, expungement is just basically putting a sheet over it, like it never happened, but you can lift up the sheet and still see it there. We got to eradicate and dismiss if we want these crimes to be like they never existed and to actually be off people's records. Because even with expungement, it can still be found and it still shows up. We want that removed completely. So we'll keep talking a little bit more about that. But do join that event. Vari, were you able to drop a link to the NORML members meeting?
Nope, I sure didn't. Let me pull that up.
Otherwise, I can grab it. But please do join the event. When you see the event on Facebook, we'll start publishing it and pushing it everywhere you can. If you signed our pledge to vote form last year and this year, we're going to actually be starting that again in 2021. We got to get you guys repledged. But there's not really much of a vote except for the mayor of St. Paul, the mayor of Minneapolis, some city council, school board elections this year. So we definitely want to be in tune and kind of keep on track what's going on with that. If you enjoy what Mayor Jacob Frey has been doing in Minneapolis and you think he should stay there and keep doing that work, you want to vote. Vice on the same side in St. Paul. If you like what Mayor Carter's doing, use your right to vote. This is what you signed up for. So please stay on board. I'm going to put that in my pipe and smoke it. Mandy, what do you got for the strain of the day?
I'm not the
Back to
strain.
the day. Hey, it's one of those mornings, man. I know we got Alicia back in the room. Where Corey at? Is the strain even here?
Monday.
Monday, all day.
It is Monday.
Sorry's gonna pull it up for me.
Look out.
So, suck on sour candy to stop cottonmouth. Sour candy will get your saliva production going again, ending the uncomfortable dry mouth. So suck on candy while smoking to prevent it. And I did try this last night and it did work. I did some sour heads.
Don't you have to like sour though?
I don't like sour, so I was making some pretty funny facial expressions, I'll have to say.
Look like I'm coming out with an old candy can of Fativa gumdrops.
There you go.
Yeah,
Cottonmouth.
Man, we got to hire Willy Wonka, man.
Hell yeah.
I know the Munchie Men, If you guys have heard of the Munchie Men, I know I haven't heard much about them lately, but I know they be coming up with all kind of ideas and concepts. I think there's a couple of people out there that do incredible things to eat.
Incredible edibles. Yep.
Incredible edibles. Do we got the strain of the day? I know we have it, but I don't see Corey here.
We sure do. Let me piggity pop it up. Where are we at? All right. Oops. There we go. And then, wow. All right. So, oh shit, hold on. Let's see where.
All I can tell you is it's really nice weed.
All right. So let's see. Corey. All right. So, Corey the Kid. All right. So, let me see how to do Corey. So, yeah, guys. Corey the Kid here with the with the strain of the day. So, what we got here today, guys, is Sunday Driver. It is 14 to 16% THC, and it's 50-50 indica sativa hybrid. So it's what it is. It's a mix between Fruity Pebbles OG and Grape Pie. The effects are relaxing, happy, uplifting, euphoric, and creative. The uses are pain, stress, anxiety, depression, headaches. The terp flavor is candy, creamy, sugary, chocolate, fruity, and sweet. And the grow tip for the day is it's easy plant to grow. Flowers in about 7 to 9 weeks, and you can get about 9 to 10 ounces per square meter. And it is just a really beautiful plant. Like it just looks really good. Like if you just look at it, it's really pretty because of like the colors, and then the orange makes the purple pop. It's really pretty. So
Pretty.
all right, back to you, Vari. Thank you, Corey. Appreciate you, brother. All right. So what we got next?
I have to say, I've never noticed the chocolate in Sunday Driver.
Oh yeah, that's interesting. I've never noticed that either.
And damn, where did Corey go all of a sudden? Okay, he left.
No, he was here. He just gave
I
us
know he was. He disappeared though.
All right, sweet. Well, Dabbing Dave.
Oh, that'll make me follow that.
Trying to give Dave some time here.
I'm never gonna not show up for this show. Right. Well, today's weather.
You got that weather?
Today's weather. It's winter out. It's cold. We're gonna jump to St. Paul here. That's pretty central. It's about 18 degrees in St. Paul right now. Looks like cloudy. Oh, look at that. Look at all the sunshine that's happening in the state right now, except in St. Paul. That's too bad. There probably was some flurries that went through earlier today. As you can see now, if that'll load. There we go. The roads they do look possibly a little wet. There might be some slick spots out there. I'd be very wary of your bridge decks and entrance ramps and exit ramps. Be careful. Just slow down. You don't need to go that fast. For the rest of us, you're at temperature-wise, you're looking at high 20 today. It's going to get a little cold overnight and into tomorrow. And then tomorrow is our event. There is a lot of snow coming. Should start sometime Tuesday night around 5 p.m., maybe a little earlier. In fact, about sometime in the morning, it's going to creep into the southwestern corner of the state. And then by Wednesday morning, you're going to be looking at possibly some 3 to 5 inches. Some cases down south may pick up even more. I've seen some some forecasts say almost a foot. So yay, I can't wait. But so if you're going anywhere Tuesday night, Vari, you might want to hold off on that until at least Wednesday. Once that clears out, we look like we're pretty good, and there isn't any major events coming anytime soon. We might hit some flurries now and then, but I think basically the next thing that we're gonna have to deal with now is gonna be the cold. It's gonna get cold. So back to you, Vari.
It's gonna get cold.
Real cold. Shit. Hey, gotta love the winter in Minnesota, though, right? Wouldn't be winter without snow. Y'all was asking for a white Christmas.
If we didn't have winter, there'd be no reason to be ready for spring.
Right, right. The white Christmas came. Now y'all gotta suffer it. It's here now.
We need to be able to keep moisture on the ground, though, guys. We can't have things melting and running away into the rivers and disappearing. Our farmers need all of this snow.
I think we've got a pretty good base now that's going to stick around for a while. I mean, snow depth across the state right now, it's actually covering the whole state. It will anyway after this next storm.
That cold and snow also builds the economy here.
Absolutely. Get them snowmobilers out on them trails.
Breaks cars, people's pipes break, things happen, furnaces die.
Winter poker runs are great, and unfortunately that probably will be a little affected this year, obviously. I know a bar in Pine City, the Froggies, is having a New Year's. They're having everybody bring their fish houses, and they're blocking the whole street off, and they're taking up the whole street, and they're just going to have a New Year's Eve outdoor celebration. And then you can go from fish house to fish house.
Yeah.
What time is it?
You know, are they still gonna do like the ice? What is it? The thing they do in St. Paul with like the ice castles and shit.
Oh no, Alicia! Did Alicia ever send a track? Do we got a track?
I don't think she did, but I actually do have a track. It was a track that was actually made by Anthony D. And it was just made like recently. It was like it's a Christmas track actually, and we did Anthony D? We played it on the show.
Tell us about him, Leisha.
Oh damn it! All right.
You hear Alicia? Can you hear? Can you hear me? Test it.
All right, hold on a second. Let me see.
I know Alicia. She's here. I'm not sure she can hear us.
Yeah, I can hear you guys. Just give me a minute here. I'm trying to find the thing. Hold on.
All right, Alicia, let's go. All right. All right. So no. So I'm gonna forward this over. All right. So send. All right. So Anthony D is a local.
Okay. So yeah. So Anthony D. He's a.
Oh, there she go.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hey, Lisa. What up?
Thank God.
No. Thumbs up if you can hear me. Thumbs down. Anthony D.
Who
is Anthony Durst. He also was featured in Just Will's song "Peace Girl."
Okay.
Yeah, they were on the show before. We played the YouTube video, the 90s girl. Right, right. Hey, I'm saying it's a good thing that you got on because Vari is about to do you. He is about to She can't even hear us. But hey, Vari, play the track. I was like, man, let me type in the chat. Hey, Leash.
All right.
This is Anthony D. Check it out.
Come on, man. Oh, I'm in the wrong screen. Hold up.
Oh.
Put that over there and sure. Application window with does it do with sound share audio and the application window share. Wow. All right. And You guys hear it?
Nope.
Nope.
So yeah, no.
Nope.
All right. Okay. Try flipping this shit around. Show entire screen share. Wow. Okay. So that should do it. And we'll bust this back.
We're gonna go shoot a music
What
video
about now?
if you want to be in it.
Yes.
Yeah, both of you want to be in it.
Yes.
Volume up.
You got else,
Volume's good.
right? So you have to have. All right, we're gonna make a gift. That's so awesome. Are you ready?
Hey, bro, I told you I was but if I was gonna make you a Christmas song.
Man, I don't really know what to say. Seems like 2020 got away. Maybe it got just a little bit weird. But I'm still hoping for your Christmas cheer. Man, I just wanna share my love with you. But from a distance, had the room not too. Too bad I don't believe in auto-tune. But I'll still try to sing my song for you. I just hope that you and yours are okay. Or maybe we're just a quarantine away. Though it's been hard, it's a fresh start. Going out alone. Oh, here we go, 'cause this Christmas will be a distant celebration. A Zoom call with the family. Hey, take off your mask. Just chill, relax. Hey, 'cause this Christmas gift from me. It's like his vocal cords are frozen. 2020 was a long road. Yeah, I think we all know it's like Christmas with no snow. But I gotta give back. I believe that, see that, on the right track. Gotta be that. I just wanna say I believe in you. We can see it through, and we do it as we making our moves. Nothing to prove, yeah, this is you, yeah, just be true, yeah. Waving to the haters like we do, yeah. All that I can wish for you is a life of success, and that your dreams come true. And I mean that, please receive that. Anthony D's not me without you. Let's believe that Christmas, hey, will be a distant celebration. TikTok on your phone screen. Hey, hey, yeah. Take off your mask. Just chill, relax. 'Cause it's Christmas gifts from me. Hey. But it wouldn't be Christmas without me. Little bit of island, mix it with a little bit of street. Holding down my city, rock it with a tropic beat and add some Christmas flavor. Yeah, they call me Anthony D. Put it together like a recipe. Cook it up with my blessing, then add a little bit of magic and lace it with Santa's hat. Then you blend it up with some rap. Moving forward, never looking back. 2021, this is it. Here's your gift. Christmas will be a distant celebration. A little post for your friends to see. There you go. Take off your mask. Just chill, relax. 'Cause this Christmas gifts from me. That's what y'all get, man.
You know what I'm saying? I try to think out of the box. Maybe in your inbox.
Voice of an angel.
I told you, man, I can't sing. I don't sing. I don't do that. You know what I mean? But I'm trying to get on the nice list.
I was only a little naughty.
For all the haters, man, cheers. I love you. I use duct tape on your present. Shout out to Minneapolis, Minnesota, man. Shout out to Kauai. I miss my Ohana. Merry Christmas, y'all.
Much success in my hollow.
Peace.
That was nice.
Cool song.
He said, "I put duct tape on your presence."
Man, he got a lot of love, man. I
That
was
was a
looking like, all right,
dope
that ain't 20
song.
seconds, man. But I was,
Loved it.
Yeah.
hey, y'all played that on Christmas?
Yeah. It was one of the tracks we popped on Christmas during the Christmas marathon.
Right. Is it part of the portion that got the stick on Facebook, or did it get deleted?
I can't remember. I think we
I
did
think it
play it
is.
early. I
Yeah,
think
we played it early.
so. The first 4.5 hours is still there.
So we only lost half of the footage.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
Live and learn.
Ooh-wee.
Stupid copyright.
So, you live.
Right.
At some point, we suspected things may happen.
Yeah. Hmm. Well, I see we're missing Rose. We don't got Rose. We got the Korean stream.
Well, who's on Facebook then?
Oh, that's easy.
The sun came out.
Melissa. Alicia. Kanita Brown.
Jessica said she watched for hours that day. Yeah, holy shit. Yeah, that was a long ass show.
I think Kanita was asking if you guys done comedy before because that shit is funny.
Very.
Nah, not professionally, but you know.
It's what it is.
Yeah, I need to get into it though.
People in here, where are they?
Hmm.
Jessica Defoe was on this morning. Hey, Jessica.
I think we should go back to Michael's discussion that we were having.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. It's crazy though. But here's the thing, Greg, what are you thinking?
Well, Michael, I mean, we've got a little time here to go back to that article you were talking about and
Definitely
getting criminal records expunged, getting this changed, opening up the industry to people that have a criminal record. Let's not discriminate against people because of their crimes. What other industries really do that? I mean, there's all kinds of things we can discuss about the way they're wanting to expunge the records versus, hell, I like the idea of just pardoning them all. Let's just erase it all.
Yeah.
Let's have a governor's decree to pardon everybody's record dating back to whenever they want to go and just do it as a massive pardon.
Well, I understand some of the issues they face, and we did have these discussions with some of the legislators, specifically with Tina Liebling when she introduced her bill. As most of you guys know, she introduced one of the first bills that were ever introduced to actually legalize marijuana in Minnesota, along with John Applebaum, Jason Metza, who also introduced bills that year. But some of the discussion was, if we do remove some of those charges, the issues that they face are, what about the people that are in jail with trumped up charges and they use the marijuana offense to build that case up? You take away that case, some of those other charges don't exist anymore, and it gets real complicated. So I know they're really working on it. I really think that expunging isn't the way out anyway. And then the thing is in the bill that they did write up, that Ryan Winkler put out, it says for some offenses, you know what I'm saying? I think they need to expunge all offenses. It shouldn't matter if you had, an ounce or if you had 10 pounds, If you're going to expunge records for a crime that shouldn't have been a crime, we need to not just look at small ones. We need to look at all of them. Mm-hmm. Those are my thoughts. And then that brings us kind of into the issue of, if you have a marijuana offense, that's a felony. Say it's not a small amount. You might have had a little bit more than you could have. Or maybe you were growing in the back shed or something for your mom that has cancer and they popped you and now you're in jail for it. But if we're only doing those bigger ones, how will we have an opportunity to be in the cannabis industry? Because they are also not allowing felons to be in the industry. So that's another issue that we got to face. It kind of is all intertwined and it all trickles down. That's why it's super important to kind of, pay attention to what's going on, do the research. If you're not going to do the research, jump on here. Somebody in one of these squares is going to do the research for you. I mean, I've been doing legalization stuff in the state of Minnesota for a long time, but a lot of the stuff I didn't know myself. I had to learn it by actually being with the people that are doing it. Oliver Steinberg has been huge. Kind of taught me how to lobby and all of that stuff, but now I'm just rambling on and on. Yeah.
Michael, was that
Point
the
is-
legislator that you had last year come speak with everybody?
Say that again?
Was that the lady that came and spoke last year to everybody? The Liebler, did she come to the Green
Liebling?
Creek? Yeah.
No, Liebling didn't come to the Wake and Bake. Which one are
No,
you talking about?
no. Last year, at one of the meetings. You had
You know, we've had a lot of legislators on over the last couple of years. I'm not sure who we might have had last year. I don't think it was Tina Liebling. I don't believe it was. I think last year the only people we had on, we had Brian Winkler's office, we had John Thompson. Huge shout out to him. And they both got reelected.
No, 2019. 19, not 20. We're still in 20.
Oh, okay. So you're going back another year. So 19.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. We'll have to look at the
Whoever
tapes.
it was, she was pretty informative on a lot of this because she was involved in building the bill. It was it was interesting to hear. The reason I brought that up, it was interesting to hear where the legislators were coming from with what they wrote.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
what
last year, man, 19 was crazy. But fortunately, you know, the House majority did come together with a lot of the legalization groups. You know, different groups around Minnesota are all working on this from one aspect or another. But they were really, you know, open to bringing us in to kind of help in the discussion. And not only the legalization groups, but the state everywhere. You know, they did the Be Heard on Cannabis, where they went around the state and got the opinions from everybody. And I do got to point out that when Chris Wright got up during those meetings and said, boom, who all thinks that we should have legalization and we should not be taxed, pretty much everybody in the room raised their hand. So I just want to point that out. But yeah, we got a lot of work to do. We definitely got a lot of work to do.
This shit's so bright in the chair or on the floor.
Oh, can you hear us, Leash?
You guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. You popped in. You want to do your portion over? Play another track? I don't know.
Sure, it doesn't matter. I had to hop on a laptop, you guys. My phone, a big thing popped on, like you need to switch over to a laptop, and like everything went out.
Yeah, it works better on laptop for this. You got to definitely be stationary. It's not as mobile as Zoom, but
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
definitely
yes,
right. You know, you gotta take and give. You know, Zoom is real mobile. We can pop up anywhere, but here we can, you know, interact with the community. I see we do got a lot of chats on here.
Yeah.
What ended up happening.
I'm coming, you guys. I spilled my tea. I'm so mad.
Right. Yeah, so you know, there's a lot of things we got to work on. So with that being said, please, if you do see the Facebook event up, go in there and join that event. We're going to talk about what's the next steps. You already voted. We elected the officials that we have elected. We got a research team that's kicking ass behind the scenes, and they're going through to find out where all the legislators stand on legalization, and the ones that don't have a stance or don't support, we're going to have to reach out to them. We got to lobby them. That's what we're going to be doing at this event that's coming up on the 16th. I hope if you haven't seen the event yet, you'll see it. You'll click going, share it, pass it along to your friends and family. We need everybody to get involved. So instead of rambling on, I guess we can go ahead and walk on up out of here, Vari, but we still need a word of the day and no rolls.
All right. Well, I also got the wheel here. So
so we do got the wheel of names.
We got the wheel of names. I popped it up, although it's actually the wheel of numbers today.
Oh.
So, yeah.
All right. Spin it.
So, okay. I need to do this again. All right, so let's pop this up over her. We got our wheel of names. Actually, it's the wheel of numbers. That's right, the wheel of numbers. So today's wheel of numbers is numbered with all of the numbers for all of the people who got numbers last week. Numbers 1 through 46. I do have a sheet here with all of your names that are attached to those numbers. And so I will spin this wheel and then I will announce the winner based off of the number that it lands on. So this week's prize again is that badass bubbly recycler that you saw that makes that cool little whirly twirly dealamabob. So yeah, let's get it. So here we go. We got the wheel of numbers. I'm gonna give it a nice little spin here and see what happens. All right, 14. Oh, man, I'm stupid. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It looks like it is Ryan Elfering. Congratulations, Ryan. You are number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yes, double checking. And yes, sir, you are number 14. Congratulations, sir, on winning the cool ass bubbler, or not bubbler, the cool ass recycler, which we had on last week's show.
And there you go. Hey, Vari, man, how come the audio on that sounded crisper than the audio from the YouTube video? I don't know.
I think part of it has to do with the amount of data that's flowing through. So when we're running a video, it's taking up much more data, and so the latency maybe gets much longer. I mean, my internet is not the best, but when it really starts pulling, then it starts slowing down. I think that's what everyone's now. But between the application for Restream and then the sharing between the two applications over, and it's all like over internet, I think that's what does it. So
we got to find another way to get them tracks. Alicia, you're going to have them submit MP3s that are downloadable, and we can just pop them in early.
Okay. Well,
super crisp.
Kingpin, he normally just send you guys tracks. So
yeah. The other thing we can do is get the track downloaded off of the YouTube. And
I also have a converter. I can just convert it over to MP3 and send it over.
Or if you just convert it to video, and if you send the MP4 over, we can actually upload the video into Restream and just play it straight from Restream. So there should be no issues with popping or clicking or any of that shit.
Okay. We'll figure it out.
Tight. Tight. All right. Well, Leisha, you want to give us a word of the day? Feeling wordy?
Feeling wordy?
Let's see here. What's a good word? Educate.
Educate.
The reason why I say educate, because we got to educate them on this cannabis stuff, man. It's getting too big out here. It really, really needs to be really educated on. I'm tired of the, you smell like weed, you bad. Right. Oh well.
Lisa, we have been educating them for years and years. We've been doing it over and over. But people got to kind of find the time when it's right for them to get involved. And as it builds momentum, more and more people are going to want to find a way to get involved. We just got to show them how to do it. That's all we're here for, is to point them in that direction. Like, hey, that's your legislator. Go tell them exactly what you just told me. Him. Tell them your story. Tell them about what happened with your kids. tell them about how you got popped with some weed and they tried to ruin your life. You got to go talk to them about that, because it's all about storytelling. And I think we're going to do some of that in the members meeting on the 16th. We're going to be talking about storytelling. We're going to talk about meeting with legislators, how to set up appointments. We're not really sure on how they're going to be doing meetings. I'm assuming it's probably going to be Zoom conference with the pandemic and the way things are going right now.
All right.
But man, we gotta get it figured out, because that's who we have to tell those stories to. Maybe we need to start playing YouTube videos. What do you think, Vari? Make YouTube videos of people's stories and just share that?
Yeah.
We got to get creative with it. You want to walk us out, Vari? The word of the day is educate. I see they dropping it in there. Vari, what you do with that word, man? What you get with that?
Tight. All right. Well, take that word educate and drop it in the comments before 11:59 p.m. tonight to get your opportunity to win this badass Stoner X 2-in-1 dab unit. It does concentrates like a normal dab pen, or what I'm saying, like with the bucket. But it also does like the nectar collector dealio with the heated unit, the all-in-one, kind of like the terp pen. It has the same cool little thingamabobs down here where you can just like dip it into your concentrate versus having to put it in the bucket, this way. Let me see if I can. There we go. We can go back. So it actually comes in a few different styles here. They got black and white. The winner will be able to choose which style they want, because I will be shipping it directly to them. Because of the current state of the post office, packages have been taking an exuberant amount of time to get delivered to where they need to go, depending on where they come from. And so I'm finding it easier to just have it straight directly delivered to the winner. So that way it cuts out the time for me to get it and then repackage it and then send it out. So these things are actually really cool. I'm actually thinking about getting one for myself. So all you got to do is take that word of the day again, educate, drop it in the comments before 11:59 p.m. tonight. And you will get a shot at winning this Stoner X 2 Feelings in 1 from your palms pen. That's weird. 2 feelings in 1. Who says that? 2 feelings in 1 in your palm? All right. Never mind. All right. That's weird. All right. All right. So yeah. All right. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for joining us for another awesome, amazing show. It's Monday. We are trying to upgrade our game and upgrade our show. So, we'll be working out the kinks. But once we get it all worked out, I think it'll overall create a much better experience for us and for you guys, the audience as well, and your ability to interact. With that being said, thank you guys for joining us today. If you are interested in, joining the conversation, as soon as we figure out how to bring in Zoom, you guys can hop on the Zoom every morning. It is the same link, same password every morning between 9:30 a.m. and 10 a.m. Just hop in there, pop in your name, and introduce yourself. We get to know you a little bit, and then you can join the conversation with us. If you are interested in getting involved with the work that we are doing, you can go to www.minnormal.org. We got a bunch of information about our organization on there, and I encourage you to read through all of it. If you are agreeing with everything that you read on the site, or the majority of what you read on the site, as far as like our views, the things we want to get done here in Minnesota, and the way we want to get it done, I would encourage you to get involved in one of several ways. The first being you can become a dues paying member for as little as $4.20 a month. Cha-ching! As I always say, just that little bit coming from a lot of people goes a long way in the work that we're able to do, just watch the work that we do this next year, because we're gonna get it. And we'd love to have your help in the work that we're doing. The second way you can get involved is 2 steps. First is downloading the Empowerment app. You can do so by going to www.getempower.com/min. That's not right. MN normal. Min normal. No, MN normal. NORML. We're going to be using that app to shoot out messages and updates and actionable items to all of our volunteers, our followers, and our dues paying members to let them know, hey, this is what we're doing. This is the next meeting. This is the next event. This is the next thing that we need to do as a group to try to, get this thing moving forward. This is an action that you can take. So that application is going to be super, super vital if you're going to be getting involved in the volunteer work. After you've downloaded that, go ahead and shoot a message to any of the Minnesota NORML chapters or any of us here on Facebook, and just say, hey, I downloaded the Empowerment app and I'm ready to get started. What's next? And we'll get you linked in with the organizing that we're doing statewide, as well as the chapter leader in your area, so you guys can link up and start kicking ass. With that being said, I'm going to leave you guys on this quote, very simple, but very true, by Yoko Ono. She says, you change the world by being yourself. Heroes have never been made from lies. That being said, I love you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.